Happy Victory Monday, Ravens fans. Welcome in to the Ravens Rundown, powered by Chat Sports. Tyler Jones here with you. So glad to have you with us. Coming up on today's show, we're going to talk about possible quarterback options for the Ravens with both Lamar Jackson and Tyler Huntley out. Who could they turn to next? Must discuss in just a few moments from right now. Before we get to that, though, folks, we're getting oh so close to 8,000 subscribers here on the channel. I need 89 of you to subscribe. So out of all the people watching right now, I know there's got to be at least 89 people that are not subscribed to the channel. So please help us. Do your part. Be a real one. Subscribe to the channel for daily Baltimore Ravens news and rumors. We cover this team like no one else does. YouTube.com/RavensTV. Subscribe now. So we got an injury update, sort of, on Tyler Huntley and Lamar Jackson. The update was that there was no updates as far as their status goes, with Huntley getting that concussion against the Steelers yesterday, and then Lamar Jackson, of course, the knee injury that he suffered against the Denver Broncos. But what we did find out, though, was, according to John Harbaugh, Ravens head coach, he said that he would absolutely consider activating 3 quarterbacks against the Cleveland Browns coming up on Saturday. And so that got me thinking, and that's what kind of put today's video together of sorts is, well, what if Lamar or Tyler Huntley's not able to go? Maybe both guys aren't available. Then you would have to go sign a quarterback. And even if, let's say, for all intents and purposes, that Anthony Brown and Brett Hundley slide into the 1 and 2 spots, if Jackson and Huntley weren't able to go, then you would have to go sign another quarterback. And also, Hundley, if he were to be activated from the practice squad, obviously that would be a signing in itself. So with that said, should the Ravens sign another quarterback? Besides those 4 that you saw there, should they look at other options? I have some names that the Ravens could consider, but I want to hear from you first. You might get an ad break. If so, take advantage of it. Get your votes in and let me know. Should the Ravens sign another QB? Y for yes, in for no. Let me know in the comments section below. So first and foremost, Cam Newton. Yes, Cam Newton is still out there. I thought that Cam Newton was going to have a home by now here in 2022, but he remains an unrestricted free agent after spending last season with the Carolina Panthers and before that playing under Bill Belichick in New England. And Cam Newton feels like he could slide right in to what the Baltimore Ravens want to do. One of the things that the Ravens love about Tyler Huntley is the fact that you can run the same offense with him that you can with Lamar Jackson. And you can't say that about many backups across the National Football League. Well, now as you look at other options, Cam Newton, of course, he could run the offense that the Ravens run. And with not knowing, as of right now, the great unknown of the timeline of when Lamar Jackson or when Tyler could come back, I think we're all trying to figure out, okay, do you really want to go with the rookie in Anthony Brown, who does not have a whole lot of experience when you're trying to make the playoffs, when you're trying to win the division, or possibly a guy like Cam Newton that's been there, done that, that's played in a Super Bowl before? To me, Cam Newton sounds like a natural fit. I'm talking myself into this idea of Cam Newton just as this show even goes along. At first you're like, Cam Newton? You're like, you know what, actually, that kind of makes sense. Cam Newton, yes. So, the Ravens have time. Remember, Baker Mayfield showed up in a 48-hour stretch for the Rams last week and led them to a comeback win against the Raiders. So, although it is Monday and it's a short week with the Ravens playing on Saturday, they could still, in theory, get this done. Should Baltimore sign Cam Newton? If you think they should, type S for sign. If not, that's fine too. Type P for pass. Let me know in the comments section. S for sign, P for pass if the Ravens should sign Cam Newton. BetUS is offering a great deal just for Ravens fans. If you go to chatsports.com/bet, you can get a 125% deposit bonus. Put $100 down, you get $125 to spend for free. with the promo code CHAT125 at checkout. You can bet on NFL action across the league, including this weekend. Also, NBA games, the World Cup going on right now as well. Whatever you're feeling, get your bets in now. Chatsports.com/bet, promo code CHAT125. Another name to consider. He is retired, but we've seen him put on a number of jerseys before, and he's done a good job of filling in short-term situations in the past. That's Fitzmagic. Ryan Fitzpatrick, currently working on Amazon's Thursday Night Football as one of their lead analysts on their studio coverage. And at Fitzpatrick's age, maybe this could be a good situation for him of not having to go through the whole schedule of sorts to come in at the end of the year to possibly win a game or two for this Ravens team. Ryan Fitzpatrick, another name to keep in mind. Also, another retired quarterback, Blake Bortles, is another possibility here. Bortles, though, it's been a long time since he's actually started a football game. Bortles known as a great locker room guy. He didn't necessarily have the career he wanted to. He did take the Jags to an AFC championship game, but somebody else to keep in mind there. A guy that is in the league right now, Sean Mannion, currently on the Seattle Seahawks practice squad, and he could be picked up. He could immediately today be picked up and get on a flight from Seattle to Baltimore, that the Seahawks don't have the rights to keep him away from anyone else's active roster. You can sign guys off of other teams' practice squads, and Sean Mannion could be that guy. Sean Mannion's got experience playing for the Vikings, playing for several other teams in the league. He's somebody that could be an option here for this Ravens team. And then there is Josh Rosen. And I know Josh Rosen, another guy that hasn't had the career he wanted for the former first-round pick out of UCLA, but, I mean, the raw talent is there. He just hasn't been able to necessarily put it all together on that front. So with that, those are 5 options the Ravens could consider if they decide to go the free agent route. And, you know, this all could be for nothing, potentially, if we get good news that Tyler Huntley is okay. And that, to me, is ultimately the best news you could possibly have if you're the Ravens, is to be told that, hey, Tyler Huntley, you're fine. If we get that update, which we're still waiting on from John Harbaugh and company, if they say, you know what, Huntley, he's going to be okay, he can play this week, then all those 5 guys you mentioned, you don't even worry about. You go with what you have. If Lamar Jackson makes a quick recovery from this injury that we've talked about that kept him out this past week, if he is ready to go this upcoming week, same thing. Then you don't need to go through one of those free agent options. But with that said, if one of those 2 guys aren't able to go, name a QB you think the Ravens should sign. Whether it's one of those 5 guys, maybe it's somebody else that's out there in the free agent market. If, let's say, that those 2 guys can't go and they have to go get somebody, who should it be? Let me know in the comments section below who the Ravens should consider. As always, you can follow me on social media, Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook at Tyler Jones Live, talking about your Baltimore Ravens on those social media platforms. And I will see you next time right here on the Ravens Rundown.